how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing, huh?
I'm good. You look like you're living your best life right now.
Why? I've always been life is always… I made sure it's good to me and to everybody around me, not just now.
I'm so jealous of your trip. It looks phenomenal.
Well, you can join us in Oklahoma and ride back to Tennessee.
I'm currently in quarantine because I'm shooting a TV show at the moment. So
Okay.
we're literally… yeah, we have to be right here, but I would be honored to do that. How's it been? Has it just been an incredible
It's been
experience?
wonderful. Maybe sometime next month we'll ride down to Atlanta. You have your motorcycle
Oh,
ready, we'll ride up somewhere.
I would love that. That would make
I
my
have
life.
been planning to ride to Augusta, so I can go through Atlanta.
That'd be phenomenal. And yeah, I've heard that you met with a bunch of the native tribes there, the Lakota tribe, and I've done a little bit of research. It's a fascinating culture.
Yes, it is. At the same time, it's quite tragic, their conditions today.
Yeah.
Particularly the Lakota tribe, because I think because they were the last point of resistance for the nation building that we today call as United Nations. So I think they didn't get the kind of deal the Crows got, in terms of land
Yes.
and stuff. Unfortunate, but it's a large nation, and
Yeah.
it's sad to see that the reservations are… the people are not doing great, it should have been a protected, nice atmosphere where they could have done well. But that's not how it's worked out for a variety of reasons, because any economic condition which is an injection from outside doesn't really work, it has to generate its own, dynamics.
Yes.
Right now it is like a archive.
Yeah.
It's not really a living thing. So we have to make it a living thing, they are striving to do that. The youth from that community are beginning to speak, beginning to participate, beginning to be in universities. I think all these are positive steps, but I think it'll take some time. I am also doing whatever, and we offer this inner engineering program to all of them in a very, in a way that is accessible to them. Particularly Lakota needs care, I think.
And I love that you're spreading awareness about this. For me, I did a TV show called Vikings, and one thing that I would say that I think a lot of people connected to the show with was just that culture's connection to nature and spirituality in general. I know we don't have a lot of time together, but I just wanted to tell you, my parents and I are avid followers, and I absolutely love
Convey my
your
regards
book.
to your parents.
I will. Inner engineering was life-changing for me. I thought that book was absolutely phenomenal, and I recommended it to everybody.
You
And
must
I
do the
wanted to ask…
program, I'll ask them to send you the IEO, Inner Engineering online link. Please do the program.
Absolutely will. And I also want to come visit your center in Tennessee. I hear it's incredible. So I'm definitely planning on coming after we're done this show. But I really want to ask you that, with the current state of the world, there's many people experiencing, obviously, as you know, economic insecurities and personal unrest. How do you suggest that people in general confront those feelings? Maybe people who aren't so aware of your way of life, or
See, I don't want to belittle people's concerns. It is genuine in many various aspects. People have lost jobs, people have closed down businesses, and everybody's life in terms of their economy is downgraded, unless, but we should see that we are fortunate because we are not the dead ones, all right?
Yeah.
There are over 1 million people dead around the world.
Yeah.
And we are not in that list, nor are we in the list of ICU candidates. We are here doing whatever we are doing. So, it is important to understand this. See, right now, yes, economy is hit, many losses have happened. It's not only… I'm not speaking this without personal experience. I'm saying our institution, which runs over, 300 to 400 centers around the world, with so many volunteers in various projects, all committed for, more than a couple of decades ahead, we're committed to finish certain projects. Whatever happens, we have to finish. But right now, revenue is zero, okay?
Yeah.
It's zero revenue.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
our commitment to do what we have to do is doing. So now I've become a global beggar, going from town to town, country to country, begging for money because I've never done this in my entire life. I must tell you this, Well, from the time I've been 8 years of age, I did not take even a single rupee of pocket money from my father. I always earned my own pocket money from the age of 8. So today I've become a beggar. One thing is the pandemic and the projects, because the projects involves poor farmers, I can't drop it because we don't have the money.
Yeah.
I'm going from place to place, all kinds of corporates, all kinds of foundations begging for money. But I do it joyfully because I know these are the times we live in. So now we can either cry or do it joyfully. This is all the options we have. What is it that's happened to us? This is just a guess, I'm not an expert on economic stuff. So this is just a guess. Probably in the next year, all of us will be living how we were living 15, 20 years ago, all right? 15, 20 years ago, maybe you are a little boy, you don't know what it is, but I'm telling you, it wasn't bad. We had much less, but it wasn't bad. So maybe we will have much less in the coming year, but whether we make it into a desperate situation or we use our intelligence and our ingenuity to come up with new possibilities, this is the choice we have. So as far as I'm concerned, we are completely transforming the Isha Foundation as an organization, top down, everything, every aspect of life, including how we eat, I'm telling you. Including how we eat, our diet also we are changing because we are making it much less. It's not that we were eating some luxurious food, but even that we are counting how to procure, what to do, cut down costs wherever. Always we've been looking at it, but now much more, all right? So,
Wow.
every aspect of life, you see, I've come down from 4 wheels to 2 wheels.
Yeah. Soon you'll be on a unicycle.
So, the economic hit is for everybody. But my concern when it happened, I said this, a lot of people reacted to this. When the pandemic started, I said, see, economic hit will happen at that time, nobody saw, they thought it's… the lockdown is going to go away in 3 weeks. I said, see, this is not the way it works. Probably in the next 6 months, all of us will be hit one way or the other. So, the thing is just this, for me the concern is, nobody should move to starvation.
Yes.
No human being should move to starvation. As a part of that, we took it up in India. Every day we fed about 16 to 18,000 people and still continuing to do that service for those who need it. And across the country, we set up a network of people that anybody who is moving, any family moving towards starvation, they can call this number and they will find food. Like that, we set up a helpline all over the country. So we did that and now everybody has found, most of the people at least, except the very old and sick, everybody has found some economic means, maybe meager, maybe half or quarter of what they were earning earlier, but something to eat. This is my concern. As long as human beings are not starving, rest of it is only a bonus in our life, okay? It goes down, it goes up. I don't think we should make ourselves miserable. Right now, United Nations is predicting a mental health pandemic and then a suicide pandemic. Unfortunately, it's unfolding. It is unfolding already. So I'm saying, when there is an external problem, you must be at your best to confront that, to see how to go beyond that. But now when there is an external problem, you create an inner problem and you think you're a solution. No, you're multiplying the problem. Please do not multiply the problem. Your psychological situation, at least you must keep it well. Well, social and economic situation is going to go through a lot more trauma than you have seen right now. It is going to, inevitably. But our psychological, emotional and spiritual situations are our business. Only thing is, nobody should starve. I think today, the world is sufficiently organized, we have enough logistics, we have enough technology to ensure nobody starves. If we have a heart, we can make sure nobody starves, isn't it? We have enough means to do that. It's not like 1,000 years ago where even if you had food, you can't move it somewhere. You can move it where you want and ensure people don't starve. In my understanding of life, as long as people don't starve, rest, we must manage according to our times. What is the big deal about that? There was a time when there was no car on the road, everybody was on a horseback. I rode a horse 3 days ago. I just asked these guys who breed horses, Like how fast can it run? How long can it run? They said up to 1.5 miles it can gallop. Up to 2 miles you can stretch it, but it'll get very tired. In a day it can do something like 12 to 15 miles. Then I thought, here I am riding a motorcycle with 160 horses and doing 700, 800 miles per day. So I should not complain.
Yeah.
People who built this country were doing 15 miles a day.
Yeah.
What are we complaining about? Let us be
Yeah.
grateful for everything that's been created for us by previous generations, what hardships they've been through, how they've made it happen. We've had it too good as a generation. Now a little step down, let's not make such a big fuss about it, but we must ensure nobody starves. That's an important fact for me.
How do you remind yourself of that, like on a daily basis? Like, how do you recommend people practice gratitude? Because it's so easy to get lost in the bustle of life, I feel like. You know, what is that? What is the answer to that? Is there a mantra you say to yourself, or is it through meditation? Or
Well, if you have contact with your inner core, there is no need for reminder because it's always there. But if such a thing doesn't happen, at least watch a Wild West movie.
yeah.
Just see how America…
Yeah. Yeah.
And be grateful for what it is today.
Yeah. Yeah. I have another question for you. I'd love to ask.
Please.
This is a pretty deep question. What happens after we die?
Some things you know best only by experience, Alexander.
Yeah. That
Well,
is the greatest answer ever.
see, the thing is, see, we are asking this question with certain assumptions. Have you ever died before, Alexander? Have you?
I'm sorry? Have I?
Did you die anytime?
No.
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 Did you meet anybody who died, came back and told you, I died?
No.
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 Did you ever see a dead man?
I have seen a dead man, but not alive.
No. You have not seen a dead man, you've seen a dead body.
Ah, yeah. Yes.
So you have not seen one, you have not heard of one, and you have not experienced, then how come you assume there is something called as death? So I'm saying there are too many assumptions in the question. First thing is we must cure ourselves of assumptions and look at it. Essentially what you're asking is, what is life? But because there is certain intrigue and fear about the aspect of death, people always ask this question the other way. But you must ask, what is the nature of my life? That's what you're asking, isn't it? See, when you were a 5-year-old boy, you were this tall. Now you became like this, like this, like this, and you're Alexander the Great now, all right? I'm sorry, Alexander Ludwig. So, so I'm saying your body is an accumulation, isn't it?
Yeah.
So everything that's on your mind is also an accumulation of impressions and information. So anything that you accumulate can be yours, but can never ever be you, isn't it? What you accumulate, it can be yours, but it can't be you. So now tell me, apart from your accumulations, have you experienced anything that you can call as myself?
Can you repeat that? Sorry, you just cut out for a second.
Apart from all the accumulations, like body, mind, car, wealth, money, this, that, relationships, all these are accumulations. Apart from your accumulations, have you ever experienced anything that you can call as myself?
Apart from that, no.
No. So all you have is heaps of something, maybe big heap, small heap. Right now this whole economic thing is our heap is becoming small, so we are crying already. Because you have not experienced what's myself. But do you exist?
Yeah.
You do exist, but it's gone without experiencing. I'm saying if you do not know what is the nature of your existence, how will you know what is the nature of non-existence which you are calling as death? It may be non-existence, maybe not, but I'm saying, how will you know something which is not here right now, when you do not even know what is here right now. You're here right now and you do exist, but you do not know the nature of your existence. If you know the nature of your existence, you know the nature of everything in the universe, including your death. So anyway, I will ask them to send you a book that we released in India in the month of February, just before the pandemic. This was not by intent. A book called Death, the Inside Story. And it's only for those people who shall die. You are in the category or no?
I'm absolutely in the category, hopefully not too soon.
Because Alexander the Great tried to become immortal. There's a long story, I won't tell you now, it'll take too much time. But he tried to become immortal, and that is one wise thing he did in his life, that he did not take that step. Though that step, he pursued with great passion, that he wanted to become immortal, but he did not take that step. I think that's the only smart thing he did in his entire life.
Wow. Wow.
Because if that guy was here today, can you imagine he would be trying to conquer you? He doesn't like he doesn't like two Alexanders.
I don't think anybody could handle two of me anyway. I really don't want to take up any more of your time. You've been so unbelievably generous. And I just want to tell you, this conversation has been one of the greatest experiences of my life. And I hope I get to meet you in person. And
yeah, we'll meet up soon sometime. I will be riding down to Atlanta sometime, or maybe you will come up. Let's see. You must come. It's a spectacular place out there in Cumbria, and where if you come sometime in end of October or November, it'll be fall colors and it'll be fantastic. I'm sure even Atlanta is, but up in the mountains it's very nice. Please, we'll look forward to your visit. Thank you very much, Alexander. Namaskaram. And my regards and blessings to your parents.
They're gonna love to hear that, and sending so much love, and please be safe and enjoy your journey. And I'll get in touch with everybody about how I can be more involved with the foundation. And thank you so much.
Namaskar.
Have a great day.